everyone and welcome back. Today is a bit of a different video just because I keep getting so many requests on this video. Yeah, so basically I'll be showing you how I am doing my stick-on nails. Figures. Hello. Wow, just look how well they've gone. They literally look incredible. So just before lockdown started, I had been getting my nails done with acrylics. Oh my gosh, it is so expensive. You get to the till and you're like, what? The thing is with acrylics is I feel like they only look good for about a week and a half, and then they just look really like big and bulky when they start to grow out. But yeah, I'm so glad that I've found this way that works for me. Initially I was just using, you know, like the press-on nails that you buy in stores, in shops, in stores. What am I saying? Yeah, so I was buying the ready-made ones initially, but then I found my own way. And honestly, this is so good. These, well, the last ones I had, they didn't fall off. Like, none fell off for nearly 2 weeks, which is just ridiculous. That is so long. I keep putting like my hand over my face, but yeah, so I just did it again. So today I'm just going to be showing you the whole process of how I do these and how I make them kind of last, which is useful. Oh, I'm sweating. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's a bit different. I don't know, I just thought it would be a nice change, and yeah. So yeah. So all of the stuff that I'm using, I'll just put a link in the description because I know loads of people are going to ask. So yeah, I'll just put links in the description if you want to go down and get everything, but yeah. Okay then, voiceover time. Ugh, I always feel so awkward doing these. I'm just kind of sat here speaking to myself, but yes. So to start, I am just going to remove all of my old nails. So I thought I'd just show you this because I know that I'll probably get questions about how you remove them. And honestly, you probably could soak them in nail varnish remover to kind of lessen the damage. But I just ripped them off, and to be honest, they look bad in the video. It looks like it's damaged my nails, but it really doesn't at all. Well, obviously a little bit, but yeah, the damage is very minimal, especially compared to acrylics or gel. I'm just going to put a picture on the screen actually so you can see that my nails are actually really thick. My nails are really healthy underneath, which is one of the reasons I love this technique. And sometimes when you take them off, you can get a bit of like a rough end on your nail, so I usually just file that off. So it's not kind of like snagging on stuff, you know. Want like a smooth edge, don't you? And the next thing I do to prep my nails is I push my cuticles back. So you can use a cuticle pusher, but I am just going to use a tweezer thing, like the end of the tweezers. I'm sure it's probably not the most effective method, but yeah. So once I have done my cuticles, I just kind of like brush over the nails with a little file. But I brush over with the remove ridges section. So I just kind of remove the ridges. So the reason I just like remove the ridges is so that any of the kind of loose bits of nail or glue that are still on my nail, they're kind of taken off. This basically means that when we're putting our new nail on, it's going to be like a stronger bond rather than sticking to things that are kind of loose. So yeah. So just push all my cuticles back and file all the ridges off. The next thing I do is file kind of the sides. And the reason I do this is because I always go for like a coffin shape or an oval shape. And they kind of thin out towards the top. So to kind of make my nails match this, I just kind of file the edges a bit because nails are a lot more square than that. I don't know if I'm speaking too fast. So for the equipment we are using, we will need a file. You'll also need a nail varnish. You can have these in any colour. And then we need a glue. So I bought this glue off Amazon and it's honestly incredible. I really recommend it. And then you're also going to need a top coat and obviously your nails. Now, for the nail picking process, I just match up my sizes Once you kind of know your sizes, you can write down the number for each nail, then it makes it a lot easier. So I kind of already know what I am, but I'm just matching them up to show you. I usually just kind of hold it against my nail and see if the edges are kind of on the same, you know, edges. Something I always do is that if I'm picking between one that's slightly too big or slightly too small, I'd always go with the slightly too small. The reason for this is just because I find that if they're a little bit too big, the edges tend to lift a little more easily, whereas if you choose a slightly smaller one, it just kind of, like, it still covers your nail and you can just file the sides a bit more. So yeah, you just kind of match these with your nails, and then I kind of just lay them out on my desk. They kind of look invisible to you guys because they're clear. They kind of blend in. I'm gonna leave the links to these in the description. The reason I get clear nails is so that when I'm painting them, the colour obviously shows through onto the underneath, because if you get white, it can look a bit weird on the underneath. But yeah, the clear ones are perfect because you can just paint them any colour. Once I have finished matching those up, I get out 2 for each size and just lay them down so I can get them ready for each hand. And then we're going to go on to our gluing process. I'm just going to show you on one nail first and then I'll do the rest. So before I stick these down, I always file my nail with the actual file bit. This is because you want there to be kind of like a rough surface so that the glue adheres better. I hold the nail as close to the finger that I'm painting because you do want to be quick with this, because obviously the glue is a quick drying glue. So I just quickly paint over my nail and then paint on the false nail as well. That's really important. Definitely paint both. It really makes a difference and makes them last a lot longer. And then when you press them down, you want to kind of go in at maybe a 45-degree angle and start at the bottom of the cuticle, push them as far as you can, and then just flatten the nail. And then as soon as it's flattened, I kind of it looks like I'm applying quite a bit of pressure actually, but yeah, just kind of hold the nail down, and particularly I focus on the edges, so I always try and squeeze the edges in to make sure it's really stuck. So yeah, so that's one nail, and then I'm gonna go ahead and file the rest of them and start sticking all of them. Honestly, like when I'm doing these voiceovers, I kind of forget how to speak, and like I keep just, I don't know, I feel like I'm spitting and stress. Okay, I'll speed this up. And obviously once you've stuck all those down, you do the other hand, and this is how they're going to look. Very cool. They look so shiny. I actually find it quite cool seeing this part of the process. I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, it just looks nice. So once they're all stuck on, this part kind of pains me. I hate doing it, but always file the false nail, because otherwise your nail varnish will chip, because obviously the surface is so smooth it will just kind of slide off. So it is really important to file the actual nail, and make sure you are filing kind of like all around it, not just the top bit, otherwise the sides will chip. So file all around the nails. They should go like a bit rough and you can just feel them to check. And then we're just going to go in with our first coat of nail varnish. To be honest, I only ever do one coat of the coloured nail varnish, but you can do 2. I'm just lazy. But I do try and apply a generous blob on the end, because otherwise it can look a bit see-through. But yeah, they turn out pretty well just with one coat, so it's fine. And then wait for those to dry. Oh, they look so cool. And do the other hand. Honestly guys, I'm the worst person at painting nails. I just can't do it. It just, I don't know why. I don't have shakes, but when I'm doing painting, my like when I'm painting with my left hand, I just turn so shaky. Oh shit, I got some on my table. Okay, so, oh guys, do you know what? I think my camera must have cut out or something, or I just didn't record it properly. But yeah, I'm really sorry, but I think I've cut out the bit where I did the top coat. But yeah, you literally just put one top coat on and then you are done. As you can see, I was having a bit of a nightmare getting the nail varnish on my dresser. So yeah, I think I must have accidentally missed that bit out. But the top coat's easy, you just kind of paint it on the same. And the top coat's amazing because it just kind of adds that smooth surface. Because if you don't put the top coat on, it can be a bit rough. But yeah, that's basically everything. And that is it for my tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, like and subscribe if you want. But yeah, okay. Bye.